I've been on several planes in my lifetime, and throughout my many travels, I've seen several amazing things. But one sticks with me to this day: a whole store dedicated to Minecraft. Not only did this stick with me for the rest of my trip, but also on the flight back, where I formed a single question: would happy gas be better than airplanes for travel? After thinking about it longer, I decided this is a question that we should all be plagued with. But I will also put you guys and me out of this misery by answering it. Before we get to a definitive answer, we have to do some math. Let's compare a happy gas to an actual airplane. Looking at them, it's pretty apparent the happy gas is supposed to be Minecraft's equivalent to a plane. It flies, carries multiple passengers, and can hold luggage. While they look different, they do have several similarities. Another thing we should take into account is the fact that the happy gas can actually stop midair and does not need a runway to lift up. This is because they work kind of like hot air balloons. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Airplanes still have a fighting chance. Let's calculate which one is actually faster. Okay, so the first thing we should look at is the speed of a commercial airplane, which is around 240 meters per second. This is exceptionally faster than the happy gas, which is 3.6 meters per second. To put this into perspective, let's say we're on an airplane coming out of Denver and want to go around the world. Assuming we have infinite gas, this would take around 46.4 hours. This, however, is nothing compared to the happy gas, taking a whopping 353 years. Now, while this sounds like a complete victory for all airlines around the world, we need to account for real-life obstacles, the main one being we do not have infinite gas. See, a main selling point for the happy gas is the fact that it doesn't take any gas, unlike real airplanes. But that's not all. We can also look at the weight limit. See, most airlines make you pay for extra luggage, which is pretty stupid because you paying does not add more space to the plane, so I mean, just tip the scale, it's whatever. But back to the topic. Planes have limited room, unlike happy gas, which can hold literally as much as you attach to them, meaning they could easily replace cargo planes if it wasn't for their speed, which we may be being a little too harsh on. See, when we last looked at their speed, we didn't calculate anything other than time and meters per second. But when we look at the gas design, it's obvious they are supposed to represent a kind of hot air balloon, especially in media outside of the game itself. Take a look at the Minecraft movie, for example. This means depending on which way the wind is blowing, we could see the happy gas increase speed threefold. Now, let's take a look at how happy gas could impact an actual airport and what would change. This here is the Denver airport. We're choosing this because it's America's largest airport, and what we are mainly going to be looking at is the runway. See, we know happy gas don't actually need a runway, so we could convert this bad boy into a row of stables. The happy gas itself takes up about 4 by 4 meters, making it a pretty huge square. So if we wanted to build a little house for it, we'd need around 6 by 6 meters. And if we take a look at Denver's largest runway, we can see it is around 16,000 feet by 200 feet, or 4,877 meters by 61 meters. This equals 297,498 meters of runway, meaning we could house around 8,263 happy gas, in comparison to the 1,700 airplanes per day. And remember, this is not the only runway Denver has, meaning we could see over 10,000 happy gas in one airport. Sorry to bombard you with all that math. Let's get back to the regular program, figuring out if you should book a flight on a happy gas for your next trip, and the answer is a resounding no. While there are many positives, like lower maintenance, no gas, and more space to hold luggage, they are much slower than a regular airplane. This doesn't mean they are entirely useless though. Let's now discuss what they could actually be used for. This may not surprise some of you, but happy gas would most likely keep their same exact purpose from Minecraft, which is moving things. I think we should probably use them like cranes for construction, or even just moving things short distances. After all of this, I think I finally put an end to the question everyone's been asking. Airplanes are obviously better. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.